All right. Hey, so whose house is this?
This is to teach you speed.
I was standing here gonna teach you speed. What are you doing? Where's he going?
Hey, run!
Why? What? Oh, don't go!
Reggie, you're nuts!
Go, go, go!
Who the hell is this? I was freaking sleeping! Nobody messes with me! I will rip your throat out! Do you hear me? And I will find you! You're in the bushes! Yeah!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go back to sleep.
Bushes all around!
This video is going to teach you speed, or rather how to speedily edit your very own video in one of the most basic video editors out there, Windows Movie Maker. And specifically, we're going to look at how to add photos and videos to a movie project, how to do some basic video edits, how to add titles and credits, and how to add music to your video. So first we need to open Windows Movie Maker, and to do that you're going to go to Start in the bottom left hand corner, and in your All Programs you're going to go down to the M's and choose Movie Maker, and you're going to see it looks like a film strip right there. And when Movie Maker opens, we're going to see a workspace that looks like this. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of how the workspace works. First of all, you're going to see at the top that the workspace has a ribbon, which is very similar to what you might see in Microsoft Word or Excel or PowerPoint. So there are a bunch of tabs here at the top, and each tab contains different groups full of different tools. So primarily we're going to be focusing on the Home tab today, and then we're also going to be seeing when we add photos and videos, we're going to get a Photos tab and a Videos tab that we're going to go through. Over here on the left, we're going to see our preview pane of our project. So this is going to show our full movie at any time, and we can make that movie bigger or smaller using this button right here. To the left, we're going to see our timestamp, which will show how far we are out of the entire time of the movie. And to the right is going to be our entire workspace, or what we'll see later on called a timeline, where we're going to be dragging our photos, our videos, our music, and any titles that we may be editing in our movie. To help us practice learning Movie Maker, we're going to be creating a video about computers, and I've compiled some test footage for you on the Movie Maker Basics video tutorial assignment on Schoology. So if you scroll to the bottom of this assignment, you're going to see that I have 2 MP4 videos, 1 MP3 song, and 1 JPEG picture that I want you to use. So we're going to download all of these resources for our video, but before we download our resources, we need to make sure that we have a specific folder set up for our video on our OneDrive account. So open your File Explorer and navigate to your OneDrive video production folder, and we are in Unit 3. And in Unit 3, I'm going to create a brand new folder where I'm going to store everything related to this computer video. So I'm just going to call it Computer Video. So this Computer Video folder is going to hold any single resource that we put in our video. So any footage, any pictures, and any music should all go in one place. Otherwise, we're going to have a big problem when we make our movie. It's not going to be able to find the photos and videos, and then we're going to get missing parts of our video, and it's going to be bad. So remember, when you are saving your footage, if you right click on it and choose Save Link As, you can choose your OneDrive video production, the proper unit, and your computer video folder to save the footage into it right away. So make sure you save the computer question, frozen computer, and computer sounds to your computer video folder. And remember, whenever you have a picture that you're going to download from Schoology, you do have to open it, choose download image, and then show this in your File Explorer and manually move it from the downloads folder to your correct computer video folder. So make sure that in your computer video folder you have all 4 stock files downloaded, and then we're ready to hop back over to Movie Maker to start our project. Now, the first thing we want to do in our project is import any photos and videos we might have. And we can do that one of two ways. If it's a new project and there's nothing in our timeline, we can simply click our timeline and it'll bring up our File Explorer where we can add our photos and videos. Otherwise, if we're on the Home tab, all we need to do is use the Add Photos and Videos button right here and locate all of our stock footage under our proper computer video folder. And you can either do one at a time, or you can pick and choose which files you want by holding down the Control key and then clicking any other files you want and choosing Open. Your files will show up on your timeline and they are all separate. Now, the big thing to notice is this black bar right here is considered a scrub bar. So wherever this scrub bar is whatever is going to be showing in our preview pane on the left. And the scrub bar can move either by pressing the play button, or you can use space to start and stop, or you can simply click and drag on the scrub bar and it will move wherever you want. Now, the order of your clips and your footage is important, and it is as simple as selecting and dragging your footage wherever you see that gray bar. So let's say I actually want my graphic that says Sam's laptop to be first. I'm going to select Sam's laptop and I'm going to click and drag it to the very front of my timeline until I see the gray bar where I want it. And now if I scrub through, that's first. I'm going to have my computer question clip second, and finally my frozen computer scene at the end. So it's important to note that as soon as we added either a picture or a video to our timeline, we now have the Video Tools tab on our ribbon, and that Video Tools tab works for either pictures or video. So whatever video or picture I'm editing, I need to make sure that I have that selected, then go up to the Video Tools tab, and I'm going to show you a couple different things you can do for edits. So on a picture, the only real thing that you can change on the Video Tools tab is how long that picture appears, and that's under this duration. So right now, my picture of Sam's laptop is set for a duration of 7 seconds. Maybe I don't need it for 7 seconds, maybe I only need it for 5 seconds. You can either drop down, or you could type in your own number. So maybe I wanted it for 3.5. I could do 3.50 and it would be 3.5. If I'm working with a video clip, you'll see once I select the video clip, I do get a couple more options on my Video Tools Edit tab. The first on the left deals with the audio of my clip. So I can change the volume of that video clip. I can either increase the whole clip up really high. I could make it muted for the whole clip if I didn't want any volume. I can also choose whether or not I want my volume to fade in or fade out. And then under the timing of my clip, but I can make it go either fast or I can make it go slower. Finally, we're going to take a look at the Split tab and this Trim Tools. Trim Tools is used if we want to set a specific start point and an end point. So if I click the clip I want and I choose Trim Tool, I'm going to notice that I'm given a start point and an end point for the clip. Now I can either use these arrow buttons right up here, or if I look at my preview pane, I've got two rectangles that are going to show wherever I drag these rectangles is where my clip is going to start and end. So in the case of this, maybe I don't want any of this beginning part until he sits down at the table. So I would drag my bar right there, and maybe I want to cut off this whole end part that says the CW Supernatural to right about there. And anything in this highlighted blue area is going to be what my clip is now going to become. And I can play this and make sure I like it and adjust it either with the bars up here or up here with our arrow keys. And if I like this, I can press Save Trim. And now I've noticed that if I go up to my playhead, I don't have any of that beginning or that ending piece of my movie. If I didn't like that trim, I could always reselect my clip, go back to Trim Tool, and it's not permanent, so I could change it if I needed to change it and resave my trim. Now let's say I wanted to edit a very specific part of my video. This is where our Split tool comes in. So our Split tool is going to take one big long video clip and it's going to split it or cut it into as many different parts as we want. So in this case, I've got a bit of an audio effect at the end of my final clip. Listen.
Control your OCD.
And maybe I don't want that at the end of my clip. So I'm going to split this clip. Instead of being one whole clip, I'm going to split it into two parts, where the part that's got the crazy sound effect, I can change and mute that volume out. So to split a clip, first make sure the clip you want to split is selected, then move the scrub bar wherever you want to start your split. So my scrub bar, I'm going to click and drag. Maybe it starts right about here, and I can just test that. And that's about right, so I can move it back. And then I just make sure if my scrub bar is where I need it to start my split and my clip is selected, I can go up to my Video Tools Edit and I can click Split. And now I've got one clip here, and then I've got my own sound effect on its own separate clip. So now I can take this clip on its own and I can change the video volume and I can completely mute it.
Once you control your OCD.
So that clip doesn't make any sound. I could even get rid of a specific clip that I don't want by first, again, always make sure you select the clip you want to edit. And then if I right-clicked this, I could choose remove, and I would completely remove that portion of my video. If I made a mistake, remember that you can always use your quick access toolbar and the undo button or Control Z, and you can step back or you can redo things using Control Y. At this point, I may be ready to add a title or perhaps some text throughout my movie, and then finally some credits at the end of my movie, all three of which are done from our Home tab. And again, the first thing we need to do is move our scrub bar to wherever we want our title or our text to go. So in this case, I want my title at the very beginning before Sam's laptop. So I'm going to move my scrub bar to the beginning. And I have three options to add text to my movie, and they're right over here under the Home tab in the Add group. I can add a title, which will give me a colored background and text. I could add a caption, which you'll just put a text box on either the current picture or the current video. And then I have credits, which are going to go at the end of my movie. So in this case, I actually am going to add a title that has a colored background before Sam's laptop that gives the name of our movie. So when I click title, it has done two things. Number one, it's added my title to my timeline, and I can see there's an actual video clip portion that shows in black, and there's the text portion on the bottom that says my movie. Now both of these are editable individually. So the video portion is actually editable under Video Tools, so I can change the background color. If I didn't want black, I could make it red. I could, do whatever the heck I wanted with it. And I can also change the duration here. So if I only wanted this to be 3 seconds, I could do that there. And the text portion is editable under the Text Tools tab. And I have to have whichever one I'm editing selected. So if I'm editing the text, I should click on the text and go up to Text Tools Format. And if you don't see your text box here, always just double click on your text box on your timeline and it will bring it up. So instead of this saying my movie, I'm going to call it computer video, and I can resize this text box. I can move it around wherever I want. I can change the font of my text box if I want to change the font to something different. I can also highlight this and I can change the color of it. So if I wanted this to be red, I could change the color, bold, italics. I can make my font bigger. I can make it transparent. I can do any sort of these text edits that I want to. And if I like it, I can just click off. And again, you might not see it right away, but if I go to play, it's got an animation on it the way it pops up and then it stops. So that was the title that included both the background and the text. To illustrate to you the caption, those go on top of already placed pictures or videos. So you would move your scrub bar wherever you wanted it, and then you would click caption, and you'll see the text box has appeared on top of wherever the picture is or the video. And that text can be moved just like you can move a video clip. You can move text boxes and captions, and if you don't want them, you can right click and you can remove captions or titles as well. Finally, we need to go to the very end of our movie and we need to practice adding credits. And if you see, there is this drop down menu that lets you add credits either one at a time or you can just add a full set of rolling credits, which I like to usually do. But it's totally up to you. So if you click the top credits, it's going to give you the credits bar. Again, you can do any text edits like you did with your title, but for sure we want to say who edited the movie, and then you can say where you got any of your footage or your source material. And if I press play, I'll see that the credits actually have a rolling effect that go up. The last thing we're going to practice doing in our movie is adding audio. And again, move that scrub bar where you want to insert the audio. So we're actually going to insert an audio at the beginning and the end of our movie. So I'm going to start by moving my scrub bar to the very beginning. And then everything is always added from the home tab. So I'm going to go to home. And this time make sure that when you add audio, you use the add music tab and the drop down menu to choose add music from PC at the current point, because I've moved my scrub bar to where I want it to add. And then I can go to my OneDrive folder, video production, unit 3, my computer video. I should see my MP3 file. And if I click open, it's going to add my music as a green bar down here at the bottom. And this green bar of music works the same in terms of editing as a video clip, only I'm going to use the music tools tab at the top. So if I've got my music selected and I go to the music tools tab, I can change just that music's volume. I can do my fade in, my fade out, and then you'll notice I can set start points and end points, and I can split my music clips just like I was splitting my video clips. So in this case, I want this portion of my song to just be the only bit at the end during my credits. So I'm going to move my scrub bar all the way to there. I'm going to make sure I've selected my music clip, and I'm just going to right click and do split. Now I have my song in 2 pieces, and I can click and move this song to right there, and I can hear my ending credits is gonna sound like a computer shutting down. And the beginning, I want to sound like a computer starting up, but I want only this bit to this bit. So I'm going to move my scrub bar here, select my music clip. And again, sometimes you have to select your music clip, then move your scrub bar. I'm going to split. I'm going to split again. And I don't need these other bits. So I'm going to just remove that bit of music. I'm going to remove that bit of music, and it did move this guy, so I'm just going to move him back to the end. And I've got this startup music at the beginning. And now if I listen, I've got my computer startup music, and if I go to the end, I've got my shutdown music. At this point in your video, we're going to save our project so that we can continue working on it in the next video. And in order to do this, we just go up to the File button and we do Save Project As. That way we can decide that we want to make sure we go to our OneDrive, video production, our current unit, and we're going to save our project file in our computer video folder and make sure that we rename it Computer Video Project. Now notice the save as type is Movie Maker Project. That means I can only open and edit this project on another computer that has Windows Movie Maker and that would have my specific project files. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to see any of my video, audio, or picture clips that I'm going to edit. And go ahead and click Save.
Come on, guys, let's go. Come on, come on.
Remember the time we realized that was our favorite song.
Who's there? You better run, you smart Alex!
Who is it, Brad?
Just a bunch of punks who better watch their backs.
Relax, smarty pants. Let's finish the massage.
Brad have a pool?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh, you little devil.
I'm gonna get you. Nightmares.